Hello, everybody. This is Gary. Today is Friday, October 15th, 2021. It is 6:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States in Rochester, New York. And this is my Coping with Schizophrenia blog entry for today. Um, I'm making another attempt at quitting smoking cigarettes. I haven't had a cigarette since yesterday morning. I'm using nicotine lozenges. That's why I have white stuff around my mouth. The lozenges tend to melt in my mouth and collect around my lips. Um, so maybe this time I'll be able to stay off cigarettes. I have a motivation to stay off cigarettes. I don't have enough money in my bank account to pay for everything I need, including my medications and buy cigarettes at the same time. I've got 2 weeks to go before I get my next check, and I need to keep my money for the things that I need for the rest of this month, including certain medications not covered by my insurance. Almost all of my medications are covered by my insurance, but there's two or three over-the-counter medications I take that are not covered by my medical insurance. They don't cover anything that's available over the counter. In other words, anything that you can buy without a prescription. And in the United States, that's quite a few drugs that you can buy without a prescription. So my insurance would not specifically cover them, but I still need the medications. So I need to save my money. So I have another motivation to quit smoking, because here in New York State, one pack of cigarettes cost after taxes about $13 or $14 a pack. And that's probably one of the most expensive places in the United States to buy cigarettes is New York State. Um, the only way around that is to go to the Native American or Indian American reservations and buy cigarettes from them. There are people who go to the reservation and buy cigarettes in bulk, and then they sell them illegally on the streets of the cities of New York State and the rest of the country. Um, I can buy an illegal pack of cigarettes for $5 across the street from somebody who sells them, but I'd rather not smoke at all, because even $5 a pack is a lot of money. When I was growing up, I used to go to the store to get cigarettes for my father, and they were 88 cents a pack, and now they're $13 or $14 a pack in New York State. And the odd thing was, I was 12 years old, going into a store, buying cigarettes without any identification at the age of 12. There's no way you could get away with that today in New York State, in any part of the United States, anyways. When I was in college during the 1980s, you could buy cigarettes from vending machines, which would have been another way for people who were underage to get cigarettes illegally. Technically, you're supposed to be 21 or 18 or something like that to buy cigarettes back in the 1980s. But if you could find a vending machine that sold, get cigarettes underage. Now I'm 56, and in some stores like Family Dollar or Dollar General, I'll still get ID'd for cigarettes even though I'm obviously over the age of 21. I am 56. I do have gray hair, obviously over the age of 21, and people will still ID me for cigarettes. But the point is, I'm trying to quit. I've been smoking too long, and I don't want to develop lung cancer at the age of 56. I don't want to develop emphysema or asthma or COPD or anything else that's going to interfere with my breathing and my heart. And that's the other thing I don't want to have is have a heart attack. But one of the subjects I wanted to talk to today about was one of the symptoms of schizophrenia called anhedonia. I think that's the way it's pronounced, but let me read the definition from Wikipedia. Anhedonia is a diverse array of deficits in hedonic function, including reduced motivation or ability to experience pleasure. While earlier definitions emphasized the inability to experience pleasure, anhedonia is currently used by researchers to refer to reduced motivation, reduced anticipatory pleasure wanting, reduced consummatory pleasure liking, and deficits in reinforcement learning. In the Diagnostical and Statistical Manual Number 5, anhedonia is a component of depressive disorders, substance-related disorders, psychotic disorders including schizophrenia, and personality disorders, where it is defined by either a reduced ability to experience pleasure or diminished interest in engaging in pleasurable activities. That's basically the definition of anhedonia, where you basically have little interest or motivation to do anything that you might find pleasurable, and it could resemble depression or be caused by depression or psychotic disorders like schizophrenia. Treatments for it include, if I could find it here on Wikipedia, anhedonia is one of the negative symptoms of schizophrenia. Although 5 domains are usually used to classify negative symptoms, factors analysis of questionnaires yield 2 factors, with one including deficits in pleasure and motivation. People with schizophrenia retrospectively report experiencing fewer positive emotions than healthy individuals. However, liking or consummatory pleasure is intact in schizophrenics, as they report experiencing the same degree of positive effect when presented with rewarding stimuli. But let me see if there's a treatment here. Treatment. There is no validated treatment for social anhedonia. Future research should focus on genetic and environmental risk factors to home in on specific brain regions and neurotransmitters that may be implicated in social anhedonia's cause and could be targeted with medication or behavioral treatments. Social support may also play a valuable role in the treatment of social anhedonia. Researcher Blanchard found that a greater number of social supports, as well as greater perceived social support network, were related to fewer schizophrenia spectrum symptoms and to do better general functioning within social anhedonia group. So far, no medicine has been developed to specifically target anhedonia. So there it is. Anhedonia is the inability to feel pleasure or have motivation to do anything that is pleasurable, like a hobby, sex, a job, going to school, having friends, going out to social events. The motivation for doing all those things kind of evaporates in schizophrenia sometimes. And that's one of the negative symptoms of schizophrenia. There's 2 types of symptoms in schizophrenia. Positive symptoms, which does not mean good. It just means things like hearing voices, paranoia, seeing things that aren't there, delusions, hallucinations, that kind of thing. Negative symptoms are things that take away from the tonality, like with anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure that a normal person would normally feel. And there's no specific treatment for it other than having a good social support network. If my screen appears red right now, I don't know if it does to you. It appears red to mine. There's something wrong with my computer. Where I'm looking at the screen and everything is sort of tinted pinkish red. I don't know why that's happening. But anyways, there's no specific treatment for anhedonia other than having a good social support. There's no specific medication for it. But it's definitely something that I struggle with. There are certain things that I do like to do when I have the motivation to do it, ride my bike, go for walks. Sex when I get the opportunity to have sex, which gets lesser and lesser as I get older. But anyways, there's the best way to treat anhedonia, of course, is to sometimes force yourself to do things that you would normally enjoy, and then you might start to enjoy them once you get started doing them. For example, if I don't want to ride my bike, I force myself to ride my bike because I don't think I'll enjoy it. But once I get going, then maybe after 10 or 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I might find that I actually do enjoy it. It's my lungs coughing up stuff, clearing things up because I'm trying to quit smoking. But anyways, that's all I really have to say today. I took some Klonopin. I'm actually doing pretty good today. Don't feel a whole lot of anxiety. Don't feel a whole lot of anger. Don't feel a whole lot of depression. My paranoia is not that bad. My hallucinations are at a minimum. I can barely hear the voices in the background. Somebody outside is playing loud music, which is part of living in Rochester. I think what's going on right now outside my window, I'm on the 4th floor, is that there's a Christian group outside, and they stop by every Friday night, and they give away free food to the residents in the building. And I live in a very big building. There's 2 buildings, 20 stories high, with about 550 apartments. And so this Christian group shows up. They play loud Christian music. They do a very loud sermon over loudspeakers, and they give away free food. I don't go down there because I'm an atheist, and I would feel like a hypocrite for engaging in something that I don't believe in. But anyways, that's all for now. If you want to support my channel financially, there's a link in the description for my PayPal account to donate money to support my channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to help my channel. Share this video on social media like Twitter and Facebook. And YouTube, you can use my YouTube videos on your own channel if you want. I don't copyright my videos. And press the notification bell when you want to find out when I put out a new video. And if you want me to do a video on a specific topic, let me know in the comments section.